Let me tell you something. Every man deserves to know. A woman will rarely say it outright. She won't look you in the eye and declare, "I want you." Not because she doesn't feel it, but because the world has taught her to fear what that honesty might cost. Instead, she'll whisper her desire through indirect words, through her body language, through the energy that lingers between you two like fire wrapped in silence. And too many men miss it. They miss the signs, they second-guess themselves, or worse, they try to force a connection that was already being offered, just not in the way they expected. Here's the raw truth. When a woman wants to sleep with you, it's never random. It's emotional, it's psychological, it's deeply personal. But here's the twist. She doesn't just want your body. She wants to feel safe giving herself to you. She wants to feel chosen, not chased. And when she starts showing you this hidden hunger, most men mess it up by talking too much, doubting themselves, or rushing the moment. So today, I'm going to teach you something that most men will never learn, how a woman actually tells you she wants you without ever saying it directly. And when you understand this, you'll stop guessing and start leading with calm, masculine confidence. Let's get into it. A woman will rarely say, "I want you," with her words, but she will often ask for intimacy in ways that sound casual to an untrained ear. What do I mean by that? It's the way she asks questions that aren't really about the topic at all. They're about you. Questions like, "Do you always make girls feel this way?" Or "What would your ex say was your best quality?" These aren't just curiosity. These are probes, emotional opener, a way to test your depth, your self-awareness, and most of all, your confidence. When a woman is thinking about going further with you, she doesn't want to feel like just another body in your bed. She wants to feel chosen, unique, special. So she'll ask the kinds of questions that help her feel emotionally exclusive to you, even if you haven't kissed her yet. These questions are rarely direct, but they are loaded with subtext. And here's the tragedy. Most men miss it. They hear these questions and respond with surface-level jokes or defensive player energy, or worse, they freeze and change the subject. And in that moment, you lose her. Not because she changed her mind, but because she couldn't trust that you saw her intention without making it about conquest. So what should you do? Breathe. Slow it down. Let your answer hold emotional weight. Be honest without being overeager. If she says, "Do you flirt like this with every woman?" look her in the eye and say, "No, I don't waste connection on people I don't feel something real with." That kind of answer doesn't just make her feel seen, it makes her feel safe. Because at the core, a woman who's emotionally aroused wants to feel that her vulnerability won't be used against her, that she's not being played, that she's stepping toward a man, not a boy in a man's body. So when she asks you those subtle, intimate questions, don't overthink it, don't run from it, step into it. That's where the real attraction lives, in the space between what's said and what's meant. A woman who wants to sleep with you will never ask for it directly. She doesn't need to. Her actions, especially the ones that carve out private moments, speak far louder than any words ever could. And if you're not tuned in, you'll miss the golden opportunity she's placing right in front of you. Let me explain. When a woman is interested in you, not just emotionally but physically, she begins to guide the environment, not forcefully but subtly. She'll linger when the group leaves. She'll suggest going somewhere quieter to talk. She'll offer you a ride or ask for one. She'll casually say, "Let's just chill at your place," with a smile that hides so much more. This is not coincidence. This is intentional. A woman who feels safe with you will begin engineering alone time because privacy creates possibility for connection, for vulnerability, for energy to build without interruption. And if she's setting that stage, she's opening the door, not because she's easy, but because she trusts you enough to enter her world in a deeper, more intimate way. And here's the part most men get wrong. They either rush in with desperation or they hesitate so much that the moment dies. But the man who gets it doesn't panic. He doesn't ask for permission. He reads the moment. He notices her body language, the way she sits a little closer, the way she stops checking her phone, the way she leans in and gives you her full attention. She's not there to be entertained. She's there because she wants you to notice her, not just her body, but her presence. So if a woman creates space for just the two of you, don't blow it by talking about sports or work stress. Be present, be calm, show her you're emotionally grounded enough to sit in silence without needing to fill the air with nervous chatter. That calmness, that confidence, it's magnetic. Because when a woman wants you, she doesn't want you to chase her. She wants you to meet her in that quiet place where words are few, but the message is clear. She's saying, if I didn't want this, I wouldn't be here. And your job is to listen to what her silence is really saying. There's a secret language we all speak. It's called body language. And when a woman is drawn to you, especially on a deeper level, her body will start speaking before her words ever catch up. One of the clearest signs is this: she begins to mirror you, not because she's trying to copy you, but because she's emotionally syncing with you. It's unconscious, it's instinctive, and it's powerful. Watch closely. If you lean back, she leans back. If you speak slowly, her speech begins to slow. If you're calm and collected, her nervous energy starts to settle. This isn't mimicry. This is chemistry, expressing itself through subconscious alignment. It's her nervous system saying, I feel safe with you. I want to match your rhythm. And then there's the eye. A woman who isn't interested in you will keep her gaze short, polite, transactional. But the one who's feeling a deep attraction, especially a physical one, will linger. Her eyes will lock onto yours and stay there just a second too long, not in a creepy way, but in that soft, silent way that says, do you see me? And in that moment, what she's really asking is, can I let go with you? The mistake men make is either ignoring this completely or overreacting. They either act too aloof or too aggressive, and both kill the energy. But when a man notices this mirroring, when he holds that eye contact without needing to fill the silence, something electric happens. That space between two gazes becomes charged, not with pressure, but with presence. Here's the truth. Women crave men who are emotionally men who don't need to talk to impress, men who can sit across from a woman and allow the tension to rise without flinching. That's what she's watching for. That's what her eyes are testing. So if she's mirroring your gestures, if she's echoing your tone, if her eyes hold yours just a beat too long, know this: she's opening a window of permission, a quiet, sacred yes. And the right man doesn't rush in. He holds it. He leads with steady presence, because he understands that when a woman starts mirroring your energy, she's already halfway into your world. When a woman wants to sleep with you, truly wants you not just for a fleeting thrill, but with emotional gravity, she does something most men overlook. She drops her guard. And this is huge, because trust me, women don't do this often. In a world where they're judged, dismissed, and misunderstood, women build walls as a survival instinct. Emotional walls, mental walls, sometimes even physical walls. So when she starts letting you in emotionally, that's not just attraction, that's vulnerability in action. She may start to tell you stories about her past, not the filtered version, the raw one. The story about the breakup that still haunts her, the dreams she's too scared to change, the pain she hides behind her laughter. And when she does, she's watching you like a hawk, not to see if you fix it, but to see if you honor it, if you can hold space for her without judgment, interruption, or ego. This is where most men fail. They either go into hero mode trying to solve her problems, or they get uncomfortable and change the topic. And in that moment, she retreats. She might smile and nod, but inside she's locking the door again. But if you, the grounded, emotionally intelligent man, sit in that moment with presence, if you say something like, thanks for trusting me with that, if you allow her to be seen in her realness, you've done something rare. You've made her feel safe in your presence. And here's the secret: safety is the real foreplay. You see, women don't crave physical connection without emotional permission. When she starts revealing her inner world to you, she's essentially undressing emotionally first. And if you can hold her heart without needing to rush to her body, she'll give herself to you willingly, not because you earned it, but because she trusts that you won't break her. So if a woman is opening up, if she's telling you what scares her, if she's letting her guard down when she normally wouldn't, understand what that means. She's not just interested in your body, she's interested in your capacity. And if you prove you can hold her heart, her body will follow. This is one of the most overlooked and misunderstood signals a woman gives when she desires you. She initiates touch. And I'm not talking about dramatic, obvious advances. I'm talking about the small, seemingly innocent gestures that are actually loaded with meaning. If you know how to read them, she might gently brush your arm during a laugh, fix a thread on your shirt collar, rest her hand on your knee for just a moment too long. She may even lightly push your shoulder playfully, or let her fingers graze yours when you're walking side by side. These are not accidents, these are tests. They are doorways. What she's really doing is this: she's checking your energy. She's trying to feel if you're a man who can handle her without fumbling, not physically, emotionally, energetically. spiritually. Because for a woman, desire is not just in the body, it's in the response. If you get too excited, too reactive, too intense the moment she touches you, she'll feel you're too easy to unravel. But if you freeze up, act stiff or unsure, she'll feel unsafe, like she made a mistake even trying. The masculine energy that draws a woman in is calm, grounded. He doesn't flinch at feminine energy, he welcomes it. He doesn't jump in with desperation, he receives, observes, and responds with control. So the next time a woman touches you, I want you to feel what's really happening. She's not just being nice, she's offering you a thread of connection. She's saying, I'm comfortable with you. Are you strong enough to handle me stepping closer? And your job is not to grab it. Your job is to hold the space that allows her to come to you again and again, because she trusts that her feminine expression won't be punished or misread. Don't overdo it. Don't overthink it. Don't assume she's already yours. Just be present. Because when a woman initiates physical touch, she's giving you a silent invitation. And the men who truly understand feminine energy, they never miss that moment. They know how to let it grow without rushing to consume it. When a woman is deeply attracted to you, she will test the waters in one of the most playful yet powerful ways, with hypothetical statements. Things like, good thing we're not alone right now, or imagine what would happen if I stayed over, sound like casual jokes. But they are not casual, not even close. These statements are cloaked in humor because she needs to protect herself. She can't come right out and say, I want to sleep with you. That would expose her to rejection, judgment, or even emotional harm. But in her own coded language, she's trying to tell you, I'm open to this. I'm thinking about it. Are you the man who can handle it? The mistake most men make here is either laughing it off too quickly or rushing in with needy confirmation. Both ruin the energy. What she wants is emotional presence. She wants to feel that her flirtation lands somewhere safe, somewhere steady. So if she says, you're lucky we're in public, or good thing I'm going home alone tonight, and you just smirk and say, is that what you really want? In a calm, low tone, you haven't just played along. You've shown strength. You've shown her that you can hear her without overreacting, that you're confident enough to let her come to you, instead of lunging at every invitation like a starving boy. And that calm masculine restraint, it's magnetic. Because the truth is, when a woman mentions being alone with you, she's not just testing if you want it, she's testing if you can be trusted with it. Her desire doesn't live in your words, it lives in your energy. So the next time she makes one of these little comments, pause, smile, look her in the eye, and give her something she doesn't get from most men: emotional steadiness. The unshakable presence that says, you can want me, and I'll still be grounded. That's the man she can surrender to. That's the man she fantasizes about later. Not because he chased her, but because he made her feel safe enough to chase him.